Did the old prophets actually meet angels on top of mountains? Or were they highly intelligent beings from a galaxy far, far away? Welcome to Ufology, where we explore the truth about alien life. Because let's face it, we're not alone, and the evidence is everywhere. In this video, we're taking a look at some crazy events that have happened recently. In the past month or so, there have been numerous reports of strange aircraft being shot down. Most of these are in America, but a few have popped up elsewhere, including China. Are these spy craft, or are they alien machines? If you're curious to know more, let's dive in. Strange aircraft sightings in America are nothing new. Every year, the public reports thousands of unconfirmed sightings, but until recently there was no formal way for the US to track these sightings. That lack of interest began to change in 2020. That year, the Pentagon officially released 3 videos taken from the cockpits of fighter jets. These videos showed unidentified objects moving in mysterious ways. Unidentified flying object, or UFO for short, is a term used to describe aircraft that aren't easily identified or explained. The modern UFO craze in the US dates to the late 1940s and early 1950s. It coincided with the development of new technology like rockets and missiles. Today, the US government uses the phrase unidentified aerial phenomena, or UAPs. This change is partially to disassociate the term from science fiction aliens. The term also encourages greater scientific study. It also reflects that many of these objects end up being strange atmospheric phenomena or tricks of camera equipment. But of course, many remain unexplainable even today. Could these be alien craft? In February 2023, a string of strange incidents renewed public interest in UFOs. On February 10th, an American F-22 shot down a car-sized object at 40,000 feet over Alaska. The officials stated it had no obvious propulsion. White House spokesperson John Kirby said its origins were unclear. On February 11th, another object was downed. This time it was cylindrical and hovered above northern Canada. The US and Canada worked together to take this object down. The next day, yet another object was spotted over Lake Huron, Michigan. The military shot it down with a missile. Following these sightings, the Pentagon clarified that they had shot down more than one object in Alaska. This brings it to a total of 4 UFOs or UAPs. A few days later, China also claimed to have spotted an object in their territory. It was reported near the eastern Shandong province. Authorities were prepared to shoot the object down. They urged local fishermen to stay safe. Unfortunately, no further news was reported about this object. So what were all these strange flying crafts? One of the objects over America was identified as a People's Republic of China, or PRC, spy balloon. The balloon carried sensors capable of spying on conversations on the ground. China denied these claims. They stated it was merely a weather balloon. As for the other 3, it's unclear. All the government said was, these objects did not closely resemble and were much smaller than the PRC balloon. Most of them seemingly had no engines but were able to fly and maneuver freely. Were they alien scouts sent here to check Earth out? Or were they lost tourists from another world? The experts disagree, despite not having any further info to identify them. They believe a UFO is far more likely to be human-made. Plus, with the ongoing Russia-Ukraine war and heightened geopolitical tensions with China, countries are doing all they can to track and spy on each other. It's not unexpected that spycraft are deployed everywhere. In 2022 alone, the Pentagon received 247 new UAP reports. Half of these were eventually attributed to balloons or balloon-like entities. At the same time, it's also easy to miss UAPs if people don't know what to look for. This appears to be the case with previous spy balloons that China has sent around the world. When the media asked Glenn Van Herk, the Air Force general responsible for overseeing North American airspace, about these events, he refused to rule out extraterrestrial forces at play. Other military officials later clarified that otherworldly origins aren't a serious consideration. What experts do know is that these craft pose a possible threat to civilian aviation. The Chinese balloon was at 60,000 feet of altitude. That's way above the ceiling for passenger planes. But the other craft were flying much lower, closer to the altitude of commercial aircraft. As a result of these encounters, governments are beefing up their security. Especially America. The North American Aerospace Defense Command, or NORAD, is working with other agencies on this. They're tasked with watching for airborne incursions. These agencies have recalibrated their detection methods to pick up smaller, slower-moving objects they weren't previously paying attention to. Second, the military has decided to shoot these objects out of the sky and collect the wreckage. It's a sure way to quickly learn where they're coming from and what threat they pose. It could lead to more diplomatic incidents. It could also lead to lots of strange discoveries. Will this be how we finally uncover the existence of aliens spying on us? The famed ufologist Uri Geller thinks shooting them down is a mistake, though. To quote him, "Besides the balloon, one cannot discount the hundreds of thousands of photographs and videos of people who have seen real, genuine, authentic UFOs." Geller has long been a voice in the UFO community. He claims to have had encounters with extraterrestrials in the past. The details are shared on his website and social media pages. According to Geller, aliens have been visiting the Earth for thousands of years. He points out many different carvings of ancient astronauts. We've talked about some of these paintings in our previous videos. Check them out at the end. In the past, Geller has spoken about how aliens have been trying to send messages to Earth. He also pointed out a large number of accounts and footage filmed by US pilots of UFO sightings. "These crafts are flying at speeds we can't reach with our technology," Geller said, describing how sophisticated their technology must be. But despite how long aliens have been visiting Earth, Geller maintains that they come in peace. He believes the aliens aren't planning to invade Earth and aren't trying to harm us. If they wanted to harm us, they could have destroyed us a long time ago. In this era of uncertainty and war, people are more vigilant than ever. Lots more sightings of strange craft have been reported. Some of these defy all explanations. Are they just enemy military craft, or are aliens visiting us? The answer is still out there. Make sure to comment below on what your thoughts are, and don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Thanks for watching the video. Be sure to tune in next week.